Coach, good morning. I'm sure you're well aware Harrison Butker has now missed extra points in consecutive games. What are some of the issues that you've identified that need to be worked on from a mechanical point of view?
Well, from a mechanical point of view, I'm pleased with everything. I mean, I think Tommy's really stepped in and done a good job. There's nothing wrong with the holding. The snaps are good. I mean, Winchester's snapping as well as he's ever has. And, I just think it's a matter of, we had weather up there. I mean, you got to look at each day, and that was a tough day. I mean, he had 8, really, when you look at it, it's 8 field goals. I mean, an extra point's a 33-yard field goal. He had 8 of them. He missed 1. That's the way I look at it. He was 7 for 8. If you look at it, their guy missed the first extra point too. So, I mean, it was a tough day. That was a weather day, and I thought our guys handled it well. Every day's different. I know he's got that, he's got a couple misses on extra points, but we have total confidence in Harrison Butker and what he can do going forward.
Next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach. So the 102-yard kickoff return was one thing, but how proud were you of Byron for downing that punt inside the 1-yard line?
Yeah, that was a great play. He had what a day he had, on special teams. I mean, that was that kickoff return was something else. But yeah, that was a big play too. I mean, it was a great punt by Tommy. That ball could have easily hit the ground and shot forward. He's been working on it, and it's good to see us get a good bounce there. And then really Pringle needed to beat Johnny on the spot because that thing could have rolled into the end zone. He was right there. The returner tried to block him. He beat the block, made a huge play right there for us and pinned him back for our defense. So just overall, what a day he had, with the 102-yard return too. I mean, the way he hit that thing, I mean, he hit it with a lot of courage and confidence and a lot of praise should go out for the guys that were blocking for him too. They did a great job blocking. There was a lot of good blocks in that play, and it all came together.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Dave, how you doing today?
Good, Adam. How you doing?
Good. Regarding Butker, I mean, the fact that he's been really good on field goals, how does that play? Does that make it more difficult to figure out what's going on with the PATs? And Brad, I'll have a follow-up here as well.
It's the same kick. I mean, it's the same field goal kick. I mean, it's a 33-yard field goal is what it is. I mean, an extra point. It's not a chip shot anymore. I mean, it's just only worth 1 point. So, he's got to look at him the same way, and he does. I just think he's a little snake bit right now when it comes to the extra points. I mean, I think it's something that, it might be in the back of his mind a little bit. We just got to get over the hump. We got to put together a game where we knock them all out and then put another one together where we knock them all out, and then we get a streak going where, he's not missing extra points anymore.
Yeah. All right. Then on the Pringle kickoff return, what led you to put him back there in that situation?
Well, we've been working Pringle, in practice, and we've been looking for a time to be able to throw him back there. And this was a perfect scenario because, with the cold weather, the chances of them kicking to us, you have the chance to get one. And then when you have a big guy running fast, at you, from my experience on a kickoff team, not a lot of guys want to jump in front of a big guy running real fast in the cold. It's just the way it is. And Pringle gave that to us. I mean, he hit that thing 90 miles an hour, and you saw when he cut back, I mean, he split 2 defenders really, and to try to make an arm tackle when you're a big guy running fast like that, it's really hard to do. And once he made the cut back, and then it was over pretty much because he's got enough speed to be able to run away from everybody.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Good morning, Dave. It
Morning.
seemed like, and I know that Pringle had the score for the long score, but it seemed like McCall actually made some progress in the last game. I was wondering if you could comment on what you saw from him.
I was proud of McCall, the way he, it was a tough day. It was a tough weather day. And I can't, commend our guys enough for how they played and where they stepped up for the weather, with the way the weather was. He fielded every punt. He got positive yards on every punt, which was a tough, windy day out there. And, yes, he was better. He was improved, and and it was good to see our return game going in the right direction.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Coach Reed was talking about kind of what was going on. He was asked about Butker as well, and he talked a lot about kind of getting the chemistry between Townsend and Butker. I mean, you kind of said the hold was good. I mean, I know there's a lot of nuances to it, and that's one of the things he talked about, all the different angles, and you got to turn the ball a little bit. How how difficult is just the act of holding? Everyone thinks you just catch it and throw it down, but
Not enough credit goes to Tommy. I mean, Tommy is a rookie. I mean, he was in college last year. I mean, he comes in here and under stressful situations is able to, catch the snap and get it down on the spot. And, he's really, really doing a good job. I mean, yeah, is there a learning curve? Sure there is, and we'll get better and better every game, but I don't see it as a big problem. It's not why he missed a couple of extra points. That's not the issue. Now it's something that we will get, better and better at. And after a while it'll become second nature, that operation, they'll be sharing the brain pretty much, but they do a pretty good job already. It's really remarkable, how much they've come along and really pretty flawlessly right now to this point, knock wood.
Time for a couple more guys. We'll go Sam and then Robert. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Dave. I had a couple things for you on the same topic. I'll just ask one at a time. With Pringle, a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned that you put Fenton back there to try and maybe bait the other team and to kick into you. Was that part of the strategy on Sunday?
When you're a kickoff team, or if you don't know anything about a guy, there's that unknown. Like, sometimes you put a guy back there and they say, "Hey, let's see what this guy can do. Let's test him." And sometimes that happens, and that could have happened with Pringle. I'm sure, we might not get kicks to us, maybe this game, maybe they try to kick a touchback with Pringle back there. But, you put a new guy back there, a team, sometimes they want to test you. And sometimes that's what we do.
Is the second one is Pringle going to be more part of the regular rotation for kickoffs now?
There's no question. I think the way he hit it, he's got a skill there. I mean, we knew he had the skill, but once you get one under your belt, I mean, you're hungry for that next one, and the guys want to block for him, and just it's a kind of a snowball thing. So we want to, no pun intended, but we want to get it going, again. So
go last to Robert Rimson. Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, Coach. So Pringle kind of established himself as one of the guys that's a danger to take it to the house now. You've got like a slew of guys that can do that now on the roster. Just kind of explain the difference as returners between Mecole, Tyreek, Pringle, and I guess Fenton as well. Like, what's the difference between them? Obviously, they're fast, but what are the differences?
That's a good question. On your kickoff returner, you're looking for a guy, maybe a bigger body type guy. That's, ideally fast. They have to have a lot of courage. You have to be able to stick it up in there, run through, we call it through running through smoke. Like you see bodies in there, but, you have to be able to run through those bodies sometimes. When you're a punt returner style, Mecole's a punt returner style. You're looking for space. You're looking for openings, and you don't necessarily. It doesn't look like that. You don't get those huge openings on a kickoff return like you would like on a punt return. You have a little chance to get make guys miss in open field. So it's a different style guy. So we've been trying to get Mecole to be that guy that can hit it up in there, but we just have to design our returns around him. Give him returns that fit his style. Give Pringle returns that fit his style, which is that north and south, the double, get the double team and then let him make a one cut and hit it. So that's the difference, really. That's the main thing. You have a punt returner style and a kick returner style guy. And we talk about that every week, even with our opponents. When we play opponents, we talk about what kind of guy are we facing. So, all those guys have different style. Fenton's more of a north and south guy. He's kind of like a Pringle, kind of a hybrid. He's kind of both. He can make a guy miss too at the same time.